Previously on.
Have a head, a mouth, that's the goal, and get food into that mouth. Beautiful. That happens. Okay, hey, that went in the right direction.
There is a beautiful head and a player that can throw food, can throw candy. The player needs to be able to move side to side and needs to be able to rotate to throw food at a different angle, at a higher angle. So a vertical rotation and a horizontal movement. The first Unity tutorial has a vehicle with movement forward and backwards, so it's movement along one axis, and a rotation side to side, a rotation along one axis. So the same script should be able to be used, just change the axis. Instead of moving forward, it would move left and right. Make a script for player movement, private float, horizontal input, private float vertical input, private float player speed, player rotation speed. Copy this, because that's the same. Control D. Transform, translate, vector 3, and instead of forward, it should be left and right. So, vector 3 right times dot delta time. They're going side to side, so that's the player speed. And horizontal input. Then the rotation. Transform, rotate, vector 3 probably is up. Time dot delta time times player rotation speed times vertical input. When I click the mouse, it fires candy. Can I move side to side? No. W and S aren't moving my cube anywhere else either. So what happened? The script is there, but it's not on anything. Move it over to the player. Now the player has the movement script. No side-to-side movement with the arrow keys or WASD. No rotation. What could be wrong? Okay, well, the script is on the player. Take a look at the script. What's the difference? This was public floats, so that means horizontal input, forward input, speed, yaw, those could all be defined in Unity in the game inspector on the right hand side, so they should be over here. If I look at the bus over here, this is where these are defined. I have private floats, they have to be defined here. So everything might have been working, but without any speed, there was no movement. Now it moves. It's moving around the wrong axis. It's moving forward and backwards. And what about rotation? Oh, it rotates around the wrong axis as well. It's also rotating very slowly. Forward movement isn't bad. Rotation speed was a little bit slow. Double that. Change these axes. Just see what happens. Go for up. Right. Now it moves up and down and rotates the wrong way. Here I've tried up, I've tried right. I need forward. Well, then this might be the same as well. Move side to side relative to the head. And rotates up and down. And when shooting, looking at the bottom view here, the scene view instead of the game view up top, does it shoot differently? It still shoots at the same angle. So the next thing to solve would be the projectiles being instantiated and shot at an angle relative to the player. So instead of always being shot out straight ahead, if the player rotates, the angle of the projectile also has to rotate.